kind to others, and give to them the things that you believe in your heart they deserve according to the code of righteousness. And those are the same things that were going to come back to you tenfold. You got to want for your brother or your sister exactly what you want for yourself. If you don't want the best for those who want the best for you, you're going to wreak a negative effect upon yourself. So, when 100 auto workers take the survey, the 100 monkey effect kicks in with auto workers around the world, and they all united instantly at the 100 monkey effect. We support them with the mastermind group because when we are all on the same page, we create an unstoppable force. As you can remember, even white people felt the energy from the Million Man March when it took place. They told me that's how I know. They felt that energy. Now, from wherever we are, being on the same page at the same time, we will exalt everything into a fifth dimensional framework. And it will change all of this dark, evil, wicked shit will start turning around right in front of y'all eyes. It'll melt away like wax in a flame. This is the grand fucking finale. Get the workers compensated. Hello, fifth dimension. Goodbye, misery. Set this fucking shit off. Let's get it over with. So, in the comments, Portia shared the link to the survey. Take the survey. If you agree, in the first box, mark agree. If you don't agree, in the second box, that's the disagree box. But everybody that works should want a worker to have what a worker deserves. Nobody should go to work and be broke down and can't retire because the company is cutting off their pension plan. Or they can't get health care if they retire sufficient enough to sustain their lifestyle with the injuries sustained from working like an animal or worse than what we call a slave. We can't keep tolerating, accepting less than what we deserve. We never have to resort to foolishness, hey, Nee, to get what we rightfully deserve. We have the inertia of the universe tied up in the possibility of connecting through this mastermind group. And they've never seen a force of collective minds in harmony and unity and solidarity from across all walks of life. The black ones and the white ones. The Mexican ones and the Chinese ones. The French ones and the Italian ones. The Democratic and the Republicans. The straight ones and the gray ones. The Christians and the Muslims. They all agree, no matter where you at, their workers are the lifeblood of life on earth. Without the worker, we cannot survive. We cannot build these empires. We cannot build these infrastructures. We need workers. And workers need to be treated justly and fairly. If you can't treat the worker justly and fairly, you do not need a position of power. We do not need oppressors in power. We do not need tyrants holding a guillotine of poverty over our heads in order to give us what we rightfully deserve as a person that's creating the wealth. They calculate the wealth using fractional reserve wealth calculation. The same exact calculation is fractional reserve banking, right? They turn around and they measure your calorie burn in order to determine how much fuel you burning so they know what your value is at its body temperature level. They know you are not getting your just due. They already know. But they don't think or did not believe that one of us workers would have the key to unlock the prison they have us in as workers. The fear of our loss of our job security, our inability to take care of ourselves if we get sick. We got to go to work sick. This is wrong. You don't make people come to work and out of the threat of losing everything they worked for, because you don't want to pay them while they off. You have that can be supplemented without overstretching the greed of the company. They only care about themselves. If the worker don't come together, we are damned to permanent poverty. I don't care about poverty, and I don't care about living in lavish luxury. What I care about is all of these single mothers that's working on the line. I give a fuck about that, because they got to work and raise children and keep a household. I got to watch this shit as a man, and I can't feel too masculine seeing this shit, and I can't change the fucking condition. I can't feel like a man if I don't speak up in the face of the adversity and I know the fucking solution to the problem. Hey, Betty. So it's like my father told me growing up. He said, if a man sees something wrong and he know how to fix it, he's supposed to fix it. And I tried to ask them if they needed some help. And there was a big union hall meeting, and I said, who got the plan? They looked at me like I was from outer space for asking for the plan. Well, here they are, down there trying to negotiate without a list of demands. They come into the company not telling the company what the worker deserves, but asking the company in turn, what are they offering the worker? This is the wrong approach. This is the wrong approach. I mean that the worker don't know what he's worth. The worker has no inherent understanding of his own value as a laborer. So the company gonna run over you. You didn't come with no demands. You didn't come with a plan. You just went. You just went. You just popped up at their front door with a plate. Talking about, can you get a piece of the pie? You don't even know what flavor pie they serving, but you want a piece. You know? Product wise, it would be nice if the auto workers understand this, that Lordstown should get a return of the Buick Regal as a regular production car, but they should get a Grand National as a limited edition annual put out, and that car will make plenty money for the company, and they would like it in the end if they done that. And I got enough sense to see it, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it because it's going to benefit the worker, and it's going to benefit the company. If the company go back to building the Buick Regal, they can use the Lordstown facility. At Lordstown, being that the base for the Grand National was the Buick Regal, then they can use a limited edition Buick Regal, order only, or whatever, however they want to do it. But it's a limited edition, which makes the price worth the car. And it makes the car worth the price. The best-selling production car GM made and discontinued that can be retroed and brought back and produced at Lordstown. Oh, I got 1,000,000 of them. I'm worse than Jimmy Durante. I got something for every local in this country, Ford, Chrysler, GM, or otherwise. I'll go down there and find out what they can do. It's something for everybody. The big people at the top don't need to keep cutting up the pie for us. We can start cutting it up, and we can share with them an equal portion. They don't want to share with us an equal portion. So we got to tell them what portion we know we should be getting. But you can't conquer everything in a day, so you have to make your steps progressive. So the first installment with GM is the survey. And to get the survey viral is to heal the worker. And to heal the worker is to heal the planet. It's progressive. It's a process, and it works. I've done it. I've taught it. I've trained it. I've seen it. It's been proven. It worked. So now, if you fancy yourself wanting to see the fifth dimension and you want to get rid of the misery, get to sharing that doggone survey and write your own post describing what I'm telling you now in your own words so that people will know that this is the real fucking deal. When it goes back to the source, they know who to come to. It ain't no secret. They already been contacted, but they don't believe that the worker nor the general populace will support the worker in this endeavor. I don't agree. I don't agree. Anybody got a job or support right at work? Who won't support being treated right and fair and just at work? I think everybody with a job should do that. And so, we gonna be the good shepherd. We gonna prepare this plate right in front of their eyes. And if any of y'all got friends that work in media, share it with them. Tell them what it's about. Tell them this is the demands of the workers that the Queen of Heaven and Earth sent down. Make them whole. Make it fair. Make it just. And the only thing to be determined is the signing bonus. And there's a young lady at Orient that got to do that. And I ain't going to say her name because I don't want her to be too upset that I'm putting her out there like that. But she knows who she is. She picked the signing bonus. And we get this shit on the roll. Make this shit viral. Share the survey. Explain it. The Mastermind group. In the name of righteousness. From the Queen of Heaven and Earth. The Mastermind group are all of those people who support the strikers at the UAW and a fair and just contract between the company and the worker. The 100 monkeys are 100 striking UAW workers from GM taking the survey and agreeing to those terms, puts the company on notice, and it affects every auto worker globally. Chrysler got a special case to be dealt with at Chrysler's negotiation. All of them are going to be dealt with at the same time because they all coming together because they already got their instructions. They waiting on the worker to be able to perceive salvation of his labor in front of them. That's what they waiting on. They not going to deal until the worker wake up to the fifth dimension. Then they going to deal. But the side effect on the negative side, the longer it takes the worker, they have a negative effect about to emerge within days. And it's not going to be pretty. To avert the negative effect, we have to activate the positive. Alchemy. You turn the negative into the positive. You turn the shit into the gold. And this is how we do it. I hope it's clear enough for y'all to understand how it worked and that y'all participation, every single person that take the survey and share the survey is instrumental in taking us into the fifth dimension. Breaking the fucking matrix. We all get our eyes open now. This is how we do it. So, hopefully we all in on it. Because whoever think this is a game or they think that it's something other than the truth, they going to be stuck here. Because they going to be stubborn and hard-hearted and hard-headed. And mama said a hard head make a soft ass. I don't know if it make it soft, but I know it make it so. I've experienced that. So, from here, let's see how many people really want to get from under the oppressor's foot. It's real simple. I couldn't make it no easier than a 8-9 question survey. That's the easiest thing I could come up with. I couldn't come up with nothing easier to get everybody on one page about some righteous shit other than the survey. That's 8, not even 10 questions, maybe 9. But I couldn't come up with a simpler way to move us into the fifth dimension than to make everybody want to be treated fair at work. That's it. I can't think of nothing simpler. That's the simplest thing I could think of. So if this can't go viral, I don't know. Y'all people in trouble. Because I'm going to take my little 2-3 people that I done got. We out of here. All right, we can leave. I'm going to the 5th. Regardless. Yep, Chanel, you right. This it. This the Big Bang. This the resurrecting day. When this go viral, hopefully we go viral before these sleeper cell police start activating. That's the thing that I'm more concerned about right now than the worker. Because when they start activating these killer cops, whew, it's not going to be pretty this time. Because I got soldiers everywhere that's also been awakened. And they act on their own without orders in the face of injustice. This ain't like it was when Obama was leaving office and George Soros was trying to get that shit started so that they could take over. This ain't the same. So we can't allow this tragedy to begin to unfold when we have an opportunity to do something about it. This is how you fix it. This is what we do. We use the alchemy. We use the tools that was given us. We use the tools we used against us before, and we use them to our advantage. The same shit they use to oppress us, we use to break the bonds of oppression. It's right here in front of us. It's not hard. Take the survey, share the survey. 100 monkeys is 100 UAW workers that's on strike. Mastermind group are all of the people that take the survey in support of them. The first column, make it clear in y'all post, the first column is agree. The second column is disagree. We needed a list of demands. International didn't have a comprehensive list, so that's comprehensive. That's the beginning. That's just to get the negotiation started and to get the mastermind group woke. So that all these motherfuckers will wake up and see I ain't never been crazy and I ain't never been the enemy. And I always been for them 1,000% out the gate from word go. And I worked with them side by side. And I even went above and beyond for some of them. And even helped them on other stuff that ain't got shit to do with work. Because they good people. And all they need to be treated is fair. And all this miserable shit can be gone. Treat the worker fair. That's it. Don't nobody want no extra shit. Don't nobody looking for no handout. Give me what I earn. Don't take the bread out of my children's mouth and expect me to sit the fuck here silent. How am I going to explain that to my son? I didn't say nothing and I knew the answer. How do I explain that as a man when my son become a man and say, Dad, you knew the answer? You knew how to lay this shit down and you didn't do it? What's wrong with you? He gonna be like Huey on damn, Pops, you old bitch ass Pops. I ain't finna be bitch ass Pops. I'm saying something. And I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna keep saying something until them people that's out there busting their ass for these pig trough filling bonuses, these executives getting flying all over the goddamn world, and a motherfucker can't retire with artificial hips and shit. What the fuck kind of shit is that? There's no righteousness in that, and there's no justice in that, and there's no fairness in that. Compensate the worker everywhere, and you heal the planet. Because when people can properly take care of home, they can properly take care of their family. And when you got a properly taking care of a family, you produce a proper society. It's all fucking relative. Unified field theory. Mastermind group. 100 monkey effect. Execute. That's the plan. I couldn't make it no simpler than a little survey. That's the proposal. That's the proposal. So let's see what we can do. And I'm going to cut it here. Y'all know what to do from here. I did my part. So that while he's making a silly of itself, it's been exposed to you and you had the right to discover it and it got right past you. So they'll put it in a YouTube video and tell you flat, this is what's going on right now in front of your face and you don't even see it. And then they'll have what they call a misdirection. Will be somebody that'll discredit the truth that you was just told. A dude will take a 10-minute video and rip it apart for an hour. a 10-minute video and rip it apart for an hour so that you will know that the truth you just seen was not the truth you just seen, but the misdirection he's about to show you. So the Gorgons being guaranteed to reawaken. This is what the story is about in the Necronomicon. The Necronomicon becomes dangerous and volatile as a grimoire because some of the names have been altered. And if you call forth something by the wrong name, and it's very powerful, and you piss it off, you can really do some damage to yourself. So, but a lot of the stuff in the Necronomicon is based off actual facts. It's based off actual fact. Actually, the Prophet Muhammad is actually the wandering Arab, and the story comes through the Sufi schools that actually fell into the public domain, the Necronomicon, and it was never supposed to be disseminated